Hey, what's up guys, it's me and welcome to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with another new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Gained the Abilities of Kaijus. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, sorry for not uploading yesterday. I mentioned in the community tab post that something went wrong with my recording softwares. I had to reinstall the previous ones that I used before to make this video. But the gameplay is still there even if my face isn't, so I hope you enjoyed this, and if you do, you already know what to do. And don't worry, I am working on something, okay? And I'm gonna make your ideas, I promise. I'm gonna try my best to make my own version of your ideas in the best way possible. So stay tuned for that, and in the meanwhile, enjoy today's story. And without any further ado, let's begin with it. Our story begins 13 years after the Kyuubi attack on the outer gates of Konohagakure no Sato. As we see, a shinobi was walking back towards the gates where a lot of people were gathered. And in front of them were the most prominent figures as well. The elders of the village, as well as the Hokage, Tsunade Senju, and one of the legendary Sanin and her comrade, Jiraiya. All of them had stress looked on their face, as the shinobi in question was none other than the Jonin of Team 7, Kakashi Hatake, as he returned back empty-handed. As everyone looked towards him with questions in their eyes, as Kakashi just stood still. It was Tsunade who broke the silence as she said, "Kakashi, I gave you a task. What happened?" The rescue team. Have they returned?" "Most of them are injured," said Jiraiya. "Me and some of the Jonins went to gather them back. Those guys did a number on them. Luckily enough, they are able to survive, but some of them are in serious condition, Kakashi. And not only that, Naruto and Sasuke both are missing. You are in charge of bringing both of them back and stopping them if things go wrong. What has happened?" As that is when we see, Kakashi then said, "Sasuke has defected. And Naruto, he was wounded by Sasuke. He drowned in the Valley of the End. I tried to search for him high and low, but I can't seem to find his body anywhere." "What do you mean by his body?" said Tsunade, as she looked dangerously angry towards Kakashi and took a step forward, but was stopped as soon as she took that step by Jiraiya. "Don't hit me. We have to search out the search parties, some of the Inuzukas as well. We will look for Naruto." "And why did you come back? You had to search for him. You were their sensei, goddammit. It was your rightful duty to bring back both of them." As that is when Danzo then said, "Forget about that. What did you say? Where did the kid drown?" "The Valley of the End." As that is when we see both of the other elders, Koharu and Homura, looked worriedly towards Danzo. "Danzo, no. We're not gonna discuss that here, Homura. Keep that a secret for the time being. Kakashi and the rest of the squads, I think Tsunade it would be best if they go and search for them. And as Jiraiya suggested, take as many Ninkens from Inuzuka clan possible, because you're gonna need them." As Danzo turned around and began to walk back towards the village. "Where are you going, Danzo?" "To the council chamber. It is time we tell them the secret that our sensei has kept secret and only shared with us." "What secret?" said Jiraiya. "I thought that Hiruzen would have told you, Tsunade, by the time he became Hokage, but his time came too soon. It is our responsibility to share the secret that has been guarded by the generations of Hokages and by the elder generation. We will tell you the truth, but not here in front of everyone. It will cause a lot of distress. A lot of it. In the meantime, Kakashi, your only job is to go and search for Naruto." As everyone was quite confused, because from the looks of it, Danzo was impatient, as well as desperate, and, most of all, scared for some reason. And if Danzo of all people was like that, something really must have gone wrong. Right here. As now we see, Tsunade gave the order, as now we cut scene towards the Hokage office, in which we see only a few members of councils were gathered, mainly the clan heads and Tsunade, Jiraiya, and the elders themselves. Alright, the three of you. Cut the bullshit. Tell us what you need to tell us. Why all this drama? Why are you trying to hide this secret as you say so desperately? It's not so simple, Hime. Your grandfather, he was the one who discovered it while fighting Madara. And you know what he discovered? Statues. Statues of beings that were so huge, taller than the statues of Hashirama and Madara that are now located in the Valley of the End. What do you mean by that? You know why we call it the Valley of the End? It was not a name just given there because of the battle that took between two friends turned rivals. It was because of what they discovered there while fighting. What did they discover? They discovered kaijus. The beings that were mentioned there long existed before us. They controlled this world because of their power. But thanks to the wars between them, they all went extinct, or so we thought. But Hashirama-sama, thanks to his closest connection to nature, was able to feel their anger, feel their hatred, and that is why, with the help of his wife, he locked them away, creating the Valley of the End as an illusion that there was nothing more than to that place than a battle between two friends. Why would they hide this from us? Why would my grandfather? He did because he thought it was necessary for the whole world. And he didn't want it to bother anyone because he has seen in his nightmares what those beings could do. I myself was there one night, present when Tobirama-sama, who was our Jonin sensei at the time, was called back. I saw Hashirama-sama literally in cold sweat, shivering. I have never seen quote-unquote Kami no Shinobi so much fearful or something. Those beings, whoever they are, these kaijus that exist there, or their statues does, something in between contains power. A power that has been forgotten. And it has been given to us the duty to make sure it is forgotten. Then why tell us now? Because if the boy has drowned there, if he accidentally is coming in contact with those powers as we speak, something would happen. Something that would set the chains of events to the point where the kaijus might be revived. That is what Sensei feared. That is what Hashirama-sama feared. And that is why the Valley of the End was created. To hide this fact, we need to find the boy before it is too late. As now we go towards the Valley of the End as we speak, where we see our recon team was there, searching for Naruto high and low, even diving down to the bottom of the Valley of the End. But thanks to the genjutsus placed by Mito Uzumaki herself, thanks to Fuinjutsu arts, they were not able to see the statues. But Naruto, being closest to a Jinchuriki and purest form of nature, was able to, well, come in contact with them. Because Kyuubi's chakra was coursing through his body at the time that Chidori stabbed him, and the time when he drowned. And right now, Kyuubi was trying all its best to pump chakra towards the wound to heal his wound, and to make sure that he was able to breathe even underwater without any harm to his body, so that he was able to recover and move back to the earth, resurface. But that is when even he noticed something in the depths of the Valley of the End. This energy. It cannot be. But they should have been dead. Father himself sealed them away. Sealed them away so that nobody would be able to awaken them. Why of all the places they had to be sealed here? As now we see, the statues that were there were that of Godzilla, Shin Godzilla, and Ghidorah himself. The three of the strongest kaijus. But then there was the fourth one, King Kong. Each is representing a strength, a terror in their own. All present, facing against each other like Madara and Hashirama. As now we see, Naruto was laying in the center of it all. As suddenly, there was an energy pulse that was felt by Kurama that was connected from the statues all the way to Naruto. Oh no, what is happening? As that is when he noticed, opening his eyes through Naruto's eyes, as his blue eyes, which were dull, turned into red with slits, to see that not only the statue's eyes were glowing, they were also connected to Naruto's body now, doing something to him. And that is when, with a huge pain, Kyuubi himself lost consciousness. As now we see, this process continued on as pulses of energy was sent to Naruto's body. As now we see, up on the surface, one diver was able to deeply dive down and was able to discover something. And that is when he went back up. I discovered the boy. He seems to be unmoving and coated in red chakra of a sort. Seems like the Kyuubi has protected him. We have to hurry, said Kakashi, the team leader. Do whatever it takes to bring him up and make sure he's unharmed. But what about that doesn't matter. If you won't go, then I will. As Kakashi jumped down and dove deeper into that point where the diver took him, and he was the one who picked up Naruto. And after doing so, we see Naruto was taken back up to the surface. As soon as Naruto was up on the surface, the Kyuubi's chakra vanished. As that is when we see Naruto was placed near a ground as the medics rushed towards him. As after they tried their best to make sure the water was out of his system, we see that they found some pulses. I can't believe it, Kakashi-san. He's still alive. Then hurry, rush him back to the village. But this is impossible. That is not relevant right now. What is that he remains alive? If you want your job and your head, you will do as I say. Is that understood, soldier? Yes. As that is when we see the medics and everyone rushed back to the village, while on the other side, inside the Hokage office, Tsunade was shocked when the scrolls written down by Hashirama himself was presented. As they showed huge monsters so tall that their villages looked like insects in front of them were shown, and the powers that they were capable of using and wielding were terrifying. What did you say they were called again? Kaijus. Jiraiya, you need to confirm this from... I will. How about you summon Pa and Ma here, said Tsunade. Good idea, Hime. As that is when, using the hand seals and summoning jutsu, Jiraiya summoned the two elder toads of the Toad clan, known as Fukusaka and Shima, otherwise Pa and Ma. Hey Pa, hey Ma, Jiraiya boy, why have you called us here? We have to show you something. Do you know anything about these beings called Kaijus? As that is when the expression on their face fell to a serious one and scared one. How do you know about them? They should have been kept secret. A myth by now, if that is possible to remember. As even Jiraiya was shocked, and so was everyone else. See? I told you they were truth, Jiraiya, Tsunade. Hashirama-sama experienced them at the Valley of the End, saw nightmares of them, and that is why he made sure that it was kept a secret. You discovered where they are? You discovered the shrine where the sage sealed them away? How? How did this happen? Whoa, Pa, calm down. It's not that serious. It's just images of these old people that they showed us. These are not images, Jiraiya boy. They are the reality. They were real. They terrorized everything. The two of them, at least. Shin Godzilla and Ghidorah. Both of them were terrifying monsters with powers beyond anything. Kong was our protector, and so was Godzilla. But he too was dangerous, and so was Kong. Both of them prideful to no extent. Even so that they went against each other on so many times that it caused a lot of destruction, even if it was to determine who was stronger between them. What? Yes. It is not our world as we see it, not right now. It is not the world of shinobis and humans. It is their world that we reside in after making sure they are never to be awakened from the slumber that the sage put them in. And if they are awoken, what will happen, Pa? I don't even know. But Kami forbid if they are awakened, all hell will break loose and they will reclaim their land back. And once that happens, nobody in this whole world, not even the sage himself, will be able to stop them again. Why? He did them once, right? He did, but at the cost of more than half of his life force. Why do you think the sage only was able to live a portion of human life? He was basically mortal. He had to sacrifice that to stop them and seal them away. As now we see, everyone was terrified. Even those elders who remember the stories of how Hashirama-sama looked scared. If this is true, then we need to find the boy who drowned there. What? Who drowned there? Who drowned at their shrine that sage created? Naruto. Oh no. We need to bring that boy in as fast as possible. Otherwise what? But before Pa could say anything, the door opened and it was Kakashi. We found Naruto. He was alive. He was at the bottom of the valley of the end. As that is when we see everyone dashed outside, even Tsunade, leaving Jiraiya and Pa there. Wait, Jiraiya boy. What is it, Pa? I have to go, I know. But make sure it is Naruto who has survived. If it isn't, get rid of him. Seal him away. What? Said Jiraiya, looking quite angry and disgusted at the old toad. I'm not kidding, Jiraiya boy. You do not know what kind of forces you're dealing with. These kinds of forces that even the sage treaded carefully upon. You should not mess with them, because once they are awakened, they will reclaim their land, and we have to stop them, stop their vessel at all times and cost, no matter what it takes. As that is when Jiraiya, seeing the seriousness, nodded. I see. As now we see, on the other side, when Jiraiya arrived, he saw everyone was shocked because Naruto was already up, and he looked serious and down. There wasn't not even a single scratch on his body. He was as if nothing happened, and Jiraiya found this as the first flag that something has happened to him. Something much more than the Biju. Even if a Jinchuriki went through that trauma, he would have some sort of scars or wounds. But Naruto was sitting there, as if nothing happened. Naruto? Is everything fine? Yeah. Why do you think everything won't be fine, Jiraiya? Alright. He seems fine. As that is when Jiraiya then said, Naruto, what happened? What else? The damn Uchiha got away. I was this close to grabbing that idiot, and that asshole uses the Chidori to stab through me. Hurts like hell. But it's dealt with. It's gone. But you should have at least scars or something. Are you glad that I'm not hurt, or are you angry that I'm not hurt? What is it, Bajan? Get straight with your thoughts. No, I'm happy that you're not hurt, Naruto, but seriously, how is this possible? Good genetics, I guess. Why are you all bothering me? I need to go and grab something to eat. Maybe meat or something. As that is when Jiraiya then said, as Naruto was about to leave, Wait, Naruto. What? Said Naruto, looking tired already and exhausted. Don't you mean ramen? Yeah, I'll eat some later, but for the time being I'm craving meat. Even I know that not all the time ramen is that good. As Naruto, leaving everyone with shocked filled expression, began to walk away. As that is when Jiraiya then said to Tsunade, something is wrong with him. And in his mind, the words of Paul were continuously repeating themselves. Yeah, why does the brat sound like he's annoyed for some reason? Maybe he is. I mean, he went through hell, and not only that, his friends got hurt. Maybe that is the reason. As now we see Naruto stopping by where the other Genins were. Mainly Ino, as well as Hinata and some of the others were waiting there. Those who didn't went on the rescue mission, as they saw Naruto without a single wound. Naruto, where is Sasuke? The bastard got away, said Sakura. But don't worry, I'll get your boy toy back in no time. Just don't bother me for the time being. As Ino then said, Naruto, Sakura has been worried about you, and we have been as well. So, did I say her to be worried about me? Not like she ever did before. What's the occasion? As both Ino and Sakura were shocked by this, Naruto-kun, we all were worried about you. Thanks, Hinata, I guess, but you don't need to worry about me. I'm fine, as you can see. But the others aren't. What? What do you mean? What happened to them? You should see for yourself. As Tenten said these words, we see that Naruto went and saw, which enraged him to no end. As that is when we see Tsunade, Jiraiya, and the elders walking towards the other Ganins to check on them, as they saw Naruto with rage-filled eyes looking towards what happened to his friends, as there was cackling of lightning in his blonde hair that was golden. As Jiraiya literally wiped his eyes to check again, but the lightning was already gone, and Naruto's expression was that of serious. I swear I'm gonna kill that bastard the next time I see him. Naruto said these words before walking away. As this left everyone there in shock because they all heard this, even if Naruto said this in a lower tone, and that itself was something scary. Jiraiya, something has happened to him. Something very wrong. I think I know what has happened. I just need to confirm. I'm not ready to give up on him. Before I come to a conclusion like that. I have to take him away somewhere safe. Safe for him and for the village. For everyone. Because the beings he has come in contact with, they might have changed his personality completely. As now we see, Jiraiya then went towards Naruto, who was at the moment devouring meat at the Ichiraku ramen shop. And they even themselves were quite surprised that Naruto didn't want any ramen. Are you sure you're feeling okay, Naruto? Said Ayame. Yes, Ayame-san, I'm fine. Even I want something new once in a while. Can't I have some? I mean, sure, kid, you can, but still. Ayame is right, you usually love ramen. Did your taste change overnight or something? No, I guess not that much, but to some extent, yeah, I guess. As that is when Jiraiya then said, Naruto, how about you go on a training trip with me? You want to bring back Sasuke, surely, right? Nah, I don't want to. You know what? I think I do, but more in a body bag instead of alive, said Naruto with a smile on his face that even sent chills down Ayame and, well, Tenuichi's spine. Naruto, are you sure you're okay, my boy? Jeez, old man, I'm fine, said Naruto in his usual tone, as Jiraiya saw that Naruto was completely back to normal with the people that he loved. So all he needed to do was create a strong enough bond that Naruto won't be able to break, and hopefully, his hunch that Naruto has changed would be wrong over the course of years. So what do you say? How about we leave now? Like, right now? Said Naruto annoyingly. Can't you see I'm enjoying myself? How about I pay for this and the next one and then we leave? Cool, said Naruto, and after devouring another huge amount of meat round, we see that Naruto and Jiraiya packed their stuff and left Konoha. As the training years began, we see Naruto's personality change over the course of years. As Jiraiya began to notice that Naruto would leave in the middle of the night whenever he thought that Jiraiya was asleep and would go and hunt down monsters or more like dangerous, well, animals in the forest, and not only that, bandits and closer by, those people who were evil. It's as if he had a sixth sense that told him where these sorts of people were, and they were always luckily or unfortunately around them wherever they rested. As by the third year, Jiraiya, well, confronted Naruto. Naruto, how long would you keep this a secret from me and everyone else? What has happened to you? Why have you changed so much after that night at the Valley of the End incident? I changed because my eyes were open, Jiraiya. I've seen this world for what it is. It takes and takes and just takes. I mean, think about it. Both of my parents, they died for what? For people to hate me? And not only that, these people think of me as a tool. And not only that, wherever we go, we find some sort of trash that reminds me again and again that the shinobi system we live in is corrupt to the core and needs to be wiped out and erased. I try to calm this anger each and every night by destroying those people that have made me think that way, because I still think that there are some good people out there. Isn't that why we went on this training trip, so that you can see that I am still Naruto or not? As Jiraiya flinched when Naruto said this as he got up. As his eyes, they began to glow. They were blue, but the glow that they showed were menacing and terrifying to Jiraiya, as he, a legendary Sanin with a lot of experience under his belt, even began to feel fear and shake. Naruto, calm down. I am calm, Jiraiya. I am. But for how long, even I don't know. But Naruto, there are good people here. I can see that, Jiraiya. Some of them are worried about me. And to be honest, I don't know what to think of that, except to be grateful. but some of them are trying to use me. And that, as Naruto said this, his teeth were shown in a growl and they were canines. As Naruto's eyes looked up again from ground, and this time they, instead of a blue glow, had a red one that morphed into a golden one before turning into a red one, before returning back to the blue, before they returned back to normal. And this terrified Jiraiya. Oh no. You came in contact with the Kaijus, didn't you? As Naruto stopped. Yes, I did, said Naruto. And you wanna know why I'm telling you this, Jiraiya? Why? Because I trust you. I know that you would keep this a secret, but you are their vessel, Naruto. They're going to use you to take over the world. It was rightfully theirs to begin with. We were just people living in it. I know they did some bad stuff, but we have been on terms where we understand each other. I mean, most of us do. Shin Godzilla was quite an annoying brat, but he understands me now. Kong and Godzilla, they're on quite an intellectual level where we can have a conversation 2 hours to no end. What about the fourth one? Ghidorah. He's the one I had to subdue to use his power. What? As Naruto's wings of dragons appears from his back, as his eyes morphed into golden ones, as lightning, which was golden, began to cackle around his body. This is the power, the essence of Ghidorah that I possess. I had to destroy his soul, his avatar, to become him. A much saner version of him. But the rage that he had is now passed down to me, his successor. And that is what I'm terrified of. The other 3 have their own set of rages, because they are outraged by how people have treated their home, their kingdom, their domain. They are urging me, every now and then, Jiraiya, to just go and take it back. And if a war happens, I will. Even if it means I have to destroy the whole elemental nations, even Konoha. But Naruto, what about your friends? What about us? The people you said you cared about. You think I'm stupid enough to let anything happen to them? Of course, those like you won't feel a thing. Over the course of years, I have been able to gain a lot of knowledge thanks to Kyuubi's corporation. What? What do you mean by Kyuubi's corporation? He was able to tell me every secret of Wenjutsu my mother knew about, and Mito Uzumaki Senju knew about. How? He was their prisoner, or have you forgotten? Was able to sense and feel what they felt. Was able to live amongst them within their brain. So obviously he was the closest to them when they were doing something akin to this. And that is why he was able to remember. And that is what I was able to gain from him. Naruto, what is your goal here? My goal is peace, Jiraiya. Peace, even if it costs me to destroy the whole elemental nation. And I'm not gonna stop at that, because that is my father and mother wished for. Isn't that what you wished for too, Jiraiya? Said Naruto, with a smile on his face, as Jiraiya looked down. I did, but not in this way, Naruto. So are you going to stand in my way? If it had to come to that, I will. Even you realize that is not gonna stop me, Jiraiya. But I command you. And that is why I have prepared this for you. Specifically, what? As Naruto snapped his fingers as a matrix appeared underneath the ground where Jiraiya was standing. What did you do, Naruto? So, I did something so that you won't hurdle me. For the time being, why don't you rest? As Jiraiya found himself in a slumber-like position in infinity of time-space within the scroll that Naruto prepared. Up next, the people I care about. As Naruto went on to use his wings to fly back to Konoha within the 3rd year of training trip and seal away his friends as well as Tsunade, the people he cared about, and even the ramen guys, because they, alongside Iruka, were the only ones who treated him nicely. And moving onwards, the final being that he sealed was Gaara and his siblings, because those 3 were the ones who he made friends with. As that is when Naruto then said, good, now all I have to do is travel and find those good people. And that is what Naruto did, begin his travel. And while he did, on the other side Akatsuki, an organization aiming to conquer the whole elemental nation in their own right, but for their own motives, by gathering all the Jinchurikis and forming the Ten Tails, also began their move, and that was to gather the Jinchurikis. As they searched for the One Tails, it wasn't found anywhere. 9 tails had gone missing, which meant the only remaining tails were from 2 tails to 8 tails. But whenever one of the group's members went to recon on them or tried to find them, they wouldn't return. It became so obvious that someone was hunting them down that only 3 members remained. And they were none other than Itachi and Tobi and Zetsu. "Someone is hunting us down," said Tobi, revealing his true self to be Obito Uchiha, the fake Madara. "The real question here, Obito, is who and why? What is their end goal?" said Itachi, as Zetsu nodded as well at that question. "I do not know. But whoever he is, he has a vendetta against us. And we out to need to find out who. Zetsu, search out for me while on your next recon mission for the 8 tails. And once you do, we will ambush him." "What? Are you insane? Most of our prominent members are already dead," said Itachi. "If he wants us, he will get us, and we will take him down this time, by surprise." "Alright, I'll do as you say, Obito," said Zetsu, as now we see Zetsu leaving. It took Zetsu a few weeks of doing recon to find out who it was. It was none other than the 9-tails Jinchuriki Naruto Uzumaki who had gone missing, alongside taking the lives of many prominent members of Konoha, such as the Hokage, and some of the, clan heads' children, as well as a few of civilians. All of them disappeared without a trace from the whole elemental nations, and the last thing everyone noticed was they were with Naruto. So something about him has changed over the course of years, as now we see Naruto by Zetsu was tracked down to Otogakure, where he has returned to pay the favor back to Sasuke Uchiha, as a thank you for giving him these new powers and friends. As now we go towards Otogakure to see that it was in shambles, destroyed. Everyone in its vicinity was dying or either killed already, as Sasuke Uchiha, wounded both fatally as well as close to dying, was panting heavily as well, holding on to his stomach as it was bleeding out, as in front of him was standing none other than his previous teammate Naruto Uzumaki, who he had thought he killed back when he left all those years ago. As Naruto was walking towards him, he looked like a monster now, a real one, much more menacing than before he fought him at the Valley of the End. In his hands was the head of none other than Orochimaru, one of the legendary Sanis, as well as Naruto threw it to the side like it was some sort of plaything and moved towards Sasuke slowly, as Sasuke for the first time was feeling fear from his teammate, who was a dope and none other than a clown in his class, like he was facing some sort of monster in its own right. "Why are you afraid, Sasuke?" "I am the same kid you tried to kill all those years ago, calling me an idiot. Did you not?" "No. What happened to you, Naruto? You're not myself." "Call this an upgrade, Sasuke. An upgrade that opened my eyes. Opened my eyes to the bullshit that I faced every day surrounding me. And you are a part of that bullshit that I'm gonna take it down. You know what? I'll be nice today and generous, offering you a painless death if you surrender now." "What? What do you mean by that?" "You see, because of you I was able to awaken this power, gain this power. And now, as a reward and thank you, I'll end you peacefully." As Naruto's hand was covered in golden lightning, as Naruto moved his hand towards Sasuke, a huge amount of golden lightning bolts was shot out. But before Sasuke could be pierced by them, Itachi appeared, as his body was pierced by that lightning. "Ah, if it isn't Itachi Uchiha, the murderer of the Uchiha clan." Itachi?" said Sasuke with wide eyes. Why? "You know why I let you live, Sasuke? Because even if I thought of myself to be strong enough to kill my parents, I was weak against you. You're the person I love the most in this world, Sasuke. Now, defeat him. It's only up to you. As now we see Sasuke trying to escape, but he failed, as a beam shot throughout his chest. Well, it was quite gut-wrenching, wasn't it, Itachi? But it needed to happen. The cursed Uchiha bloodline needed to be ended. There's one more, Naruto. Now, Obito, you have to kill him, as Obito charged, appearing from a vortex, but as soon as it did, something happened. Something grabbed him and literally cleaved his neck off, as now we see a tail appearing behind Naruto with a mouth of its own. It had also eyes as well, as Naruto then said, "What else do you have up your sleeve, Itachi? Is that all? The mighty plan to take me down? No, that would have never worked. Because you see, I have gained the power of those who ruled this world once. I am their avatar now. And they are pissed at what their domain has become. And as their avatar, it is my duty to... Duty to what? Restore order as it was before everything was taken from them." As Itachi's eyes widened, and that was the last thing he saw, as Naruto's eyes glowed red as a beam was fired from his mouth, before Itachi and everything else in its vicinity alongside the dead body of Sasuke evaporated into nothingness. Zetsu, meanwhile seeing this, realized who it was that changed Naruto, and he was scared beyond belief. He thought he has tricked Hakaromo into sealing them away. Those kaijus were much stronger than his mother, or any other Otsutsuki, but they had prominent power, the power that Otsutsuki wanted. But whoever tried, everyone failed. Many of the Otsutsukis were killed by them in the past, and now they are back to reclaim what was theirs, and that was something in its own right terrifying to him. He needed to escape. As he was thinking of such, we see Naruto standing right next to him, face to face. And who might you be? You have an aura to those Tenchi Otsutsukis who tried to gain the power of my people. You foul monster. I'll seal you again. I'll seal you and rewrite this whole history that I wrote. Rewrite the history, you say? Once the history is written, it's written down in stones. You pathetic idiot. It can't be changed, no matter what you do. Now be gone. As huge amount of lightning and atomic breath was shot by Naruto by his mere fingers and tail that appeared behind him, and all of them were wiped out. As now we see, after dealing with everyone, Naruto opened his wings, the wings of King Ghidorah, and flew into the air, as he looked towards the vicinity of the domain. As he then said, as his eyes glowing blue again, "It's time to reclaim what was ours before." As suddenly huge amount of clouds began to gather as golden lightning thundered and boomed everywhere, and soon what ensued was nothing more than destruction. As now we have a time skip to where the scroll that was covered in dust opened, as it revealed in a puff of smoke Jiraiya, Tsunade, and those who were rescued by Naruto. And what they saw shook them to the core. Nature had reclaimed everything. Their village was now nothing more than a jungle that was consumed by the nature once more. And they were not alone. Everywhere they went, same scenario was present. Nature was reclaiming everything of its own. And the beings that were thought to be extinct were seen again, like normal. As now we see the group of shinobis then were led to Konoha back again, to the center part, all the way to the red light district where the apartment was supposed to be, where Naruto resided. There they found the throne that Naruto created with the bones of each and every Kage of the different village where he sat at, waiting for them patiently. "Took you long enough, Naruto," said Jiraiya with shocked expression. "What have you done?" "More like," Tsunade said, "what have you become?" "I have become what my gods wanted me to. I become their avatar and reclaim their territory as the new king, and you all, as my subject, are going to be living peacefully here. I have restored peace and balance, Jiraiya, Tsunade. I have done what was needed to be done. Erased everything that was written down and wrote the whole history, said Naruto, as everyone watched him with a shocked-filled expression. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.